Hello children, in my videos I read the chapter for you as it is very important for you so that you can go through the chapter with me, and this will definitely help you gain good marks in your exams. And if you will revisit my videos, it will help you in recalling when you are sitting in the exam and giving your paper, and you will also memorize the chapter thoroughly. Chapter 1, Resources. Mona and Raju were helping Amma to clean their house. Look at all these things: clothes, utensils, food grains, combs, this bottle of honey, books. Each of these has a use, said Mona. That is why they are important, said Amma. These are resources. So, what is a resource? Was Raju's question to Amma. So, answer to this question will be anything that can be used to satisfy a need is a resource, replied Amma. Look around you and observe. You will be able to identify many types of resources. The water you drink when you are thirsty, the electricity you use in your house, the rickshaw you use to get home from school, the textbook you use to study are all resources. Your father has prepared a tasty snack for you. The fresh vegetables he has used are also a resource. So, from the above example, we can conclude that water, electricity, rickshaw, vegetable, and textbook have something in common. They all have been used by you, so they have a utility. What is a utility? Utility or usability is what makes an object or substance a resource. How does something become a resource? Raju now wanted to know. So Amma told the children that things become resources only when they have a value. Its use or utility gives it a value. All resources have some value, said Amma. Now what is a value? Value means worth. Some resources have economic value. Economic means the thing you can purchase in money, right? So that is the economic value. And some do not. For example, metals may have an economic value because you will purchase it for money. A beautiful landscape may not, because a beautiful landscape doesn't cost any money, right? But both are important and satisfy human needs. Some resources can become economically valuable with time. Your grandmother's home remedies have no commercial value today, but if they are patented and sold by a medical firm tomorrow, they could become economically valuable. Now, what is a patent? See the definition of patent on the right hand side? It means the exclusive right over an idea or invention. For example, if you will invent a new product tomorrow, right? So, and you will get it patented. So, that is only your unique product. No one can else sell it, right? So, that is a patent. Then the next page. Time and technology are two important factors that can change substances into resources. Both are related to the needs of the people. People themselves are the most important resource. It is their ideas, knowledge, inventions, and discoveries that led to the creation of more resources. Each discovery or invention leads to many others. The discovery of fire led to the practice of cooking and other processes, while the invention of the wheel ultimately resulted in development of newer modes of transport. The technology to create hydroelectricity has turned energy in fast flowing water into an important resource. See now on the left hand side the definition of technology. It is the application of latest knowledge and skill in doing or making things. So you can learn this. Now the next topic, types of resources. Now resources are generally classified into natural, human made and human, right? So there are three types of resources. So number one, natural resources. Resources that are drawn from nature and used without much modification means much changes are called natural resources. The air we breathe, the water in rivers and lakes, the soils, minerals are all natural resources. Many of these resources are free gifts of nature and can be used directly. In some cases, tools and technology may be needed to use a natural resource in the best possible way. Now, natural resources are further classified or further broadly categorized into two new resources, which are renewable and non renewable resources, right? So, let's see what are renewable resources now? So, renewable resources are those which get renewed or replenished quickly, right? Some of these are unlimited and are not affected by human activities such as solar and wind energy. Yet, careless use of certain renewable resources like water, soil, and forests can affect their stock. Water seems to be an unlimited renewable resource, but shortage and drying up of natural water sources is a major problem in many parts of the world today. Now, non-renewable resources. So, non-renewable resources are those which may have a limited stock, right? So, once the stocks are exhausted means once the stocks are finished or used up, it may take thousands of years to be renewed or replenished, means to make again, right? Since this period is much more than human lifespans, such resources are considered non-renewable. So, examples will be coal, petroleum, and natural gas are some examples. The distribution of natural resources depends upon number of physical factors like terrain, climate and altitude. The distribution of resources is unequal because these factors differ so much over the earth. Now the next topic, human made resources. Sometimes natural substances become resources only when the original form has been changed. Iron ore was not a resource until people learned to extract iron from it. People use natural resources to make buildings, bridges, roads, machinery, and vehicles, which are known as human made resources. Technology is also a human made resource. So, human made resources are such that need modifications, that need to be made changes, and then you can use them, right? So, people like us use natural resources to make human made resources, said Mona, nodding in understanding. Yes, said Raju. Now before proceeding to the next topic, let's read this. On the right hand side, stock of resource. It is the amount of resources available for use. Now the next topic, human resources. People can make the best use of nature to create more resources when they have the knowledge, skill, and the technology to do so. That is why human beings are a special resource. People are human resources. Education and health help in making people a valuable resource. Improving the quality of people's skills so that they are able to create more resources is known as human resource development. Now come back to the last page and let's read this. Do you know box on the right hand side? Human resource. Human resource refers to the number or quantity and abilities, mental and physical, of the people. Though there are differing views regarding treatment of humans as a resource, one cannot deny the fact that it is the skills of humans that help in transferring the physical material into a valuable resource. Now let's read this picture also. Crops ruined due to drought. Can I found a solution? That's it. It's all thanks to the knowledge and education and skill we could find a solution. See, read and ponder. Humans are interdependent on each other. Farmers provide food grains for everyone. Scientists suggest various means to combat problems related to agriculture and improve farm production. Now the next topic, conserving resources. Mona had a nightmare. See here Mona is sleeping and she had a nightmare. She dreamed that all the water on the earth had dried up and all the trees cut down. There was no shade and nothing to eat or drink. People were suffering and roaming around desperately looking for food and shade. She told her mother about the dream. Amma, can this really happen? She said. Yes, Amma replied. If we are not careful, then even renewable resources can become very scarce, and the non renewable ones can definitely get exhausted. What can we do about it? Raju asked. Lots, replied Amma. Usually, using resources carefully and giving them time to get renewed is called resource conservation. Balancing the need to use resources and also conserve them for the future is called sustainable development. Children, please learn all these definitions. This is the definition of resource conservation, then this is the definition of sustainable development. Let's read again. Using resources carefully and giving them time to get renewed is called resource conservation. Then, balancing the need to use resources and also conserve them for the future is called sustainable development. Now, there are many ways of conserving resources. Each person can contribute by reducing consumption, recycling, and reusing things. Ultimately, it makes a difference because all our lives are linked. Now, let's read the sustainable development on the left hand side. Carefully utilizing resources so that besides meeting the requirements of the present, also takes care of future generations. That evening, the children and their friends made packets and shopping bags out of old newspapers, discarded clothes, and baskets from bamboo sticks. We will give a few to every family we know, said Mona. After all, it is for a very good cause, said Mustafa. to save our resources and to keep our earth alive. I'm going to be very careful not to waste paper, said Jessie. Many trees are cut down to make paper, she explained. I will see that electricity is not wasted in my house, shouted Mustafa. Electricity comes from water and coal. So these all things are again recycling of products, right? Reusing the products and not wasting them. Then the next page, I will make sure that water is not wasted at home, said Asha. Every drop of water is precious. Together we can make a difference. Chorus the children. These are some of the things Mona, Raju and their friends did. What about you? How are you going to help in conserving resources? The future of our planet and its people is linked with our ability to maintain and preserve the life support system that nature provides. Therefore, it is our duty to ensure that all uses of renewable resources are sustainable. The diversity of life on the earth is conserved. The damage to natural environmental system is minimized. Now, some principles of sustainable development. The right hand side box. Respect and care for all forms of life. Improve the quality of human life. Conserve the earth's vitality and diversity. Then, minimize the depletion of natural resources. Change personal attitude and practices towards the environment. Enable communities to take care for their own environment. Now, here we come to the end of this chapter. Thank you.